I just picked up 2 pieces of something on the rug with Omar in my arms, just in case it was from me somehow. Just in case. I bent down with Omar in my arms and picked up the fucking whatever it was. He can think he's the most wonderful person in the world. No? But he essentially said, he said to me, I'm a really good person. Donald used to say the same thing, Joe. Look, Laura, I'm the most nicest person. I'm one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. Then if he makes me cry, causes me to cry, I'm playing the victim. So you can sit there and tell me I'm not good enough, not appreciative enough. Don't clean when I clean all the time, but it's not good enough. And then I do everything for you and you do nothing for me. And if those words of pain you're inflicting upon me cause me to cry, I'm playing the victim. Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter if you say you don't want me to leave, I'm leaving. The final straw. It is totally irrelevant to him if I'm having an absolutely hellish day that he doesn't know about, where I'm spending literally, no exaggeration at all, more than 7.5 hours on the phone, because I was on with one airline and then it hung up. I had to call back. So more than 7.5 hours total. He doesn't know what I'm going through, but to him it's irrelevant. He expects me to behave and act as if it was just another wonderful, normal day. Again, if he wants to view himself as a good person, I don't want you to leave, I'm not going to, no, you will not admit to yourself that you resent me being here, and you resent the fact that you have to work, and I don't. And you can lie to yourself, but you're not fooling me for a second. Everything you say to me is an indication of that. Everything you say to me. And you can and have, admittedly, taken it out on me and snapped at me or whatever because you were having a bad day at work, and then your excuse is I've had a bad day at work. I snap at you after midnight when I've had the most exhausting, draining day where I chose to not even eat because I wanted a can of fucking salmon with my blueberries I thought, and there was no salmon. It was his salmon, which I wouldn't have dreamed of touching. Can you even imagine if I had had that can of salmon and he had wanted to have it at his lunch? That wouldn't have been pretty. But I chose to have nothing. So, but whatever huge messes he was referring to in the kitchen, I have no idea what he was even talking about. And when you're accused of something you don't even know what the person is talking about. And then they start saying you don't clean at all, and you know you've been cognizantly, like consciously, like concentrating on cleaning the kitchen and whatever. And as for the fucking front door, I was going through absolute fucking hell yesterday. That day. Okay? Absolute fucking hell. He just wants things perfect. That's all. He wants things perfect. He covers his couch with a sheet. And I jumped. I was like, he's like, look at that, one time. And I'm like, what? And I thought something horrible had happened, and all it was the sheet was coming down. The sheet was coming down where I was laying on the couch. It's never going to be perfect enough for him. And it will never be my home. Ever. Ever. And I know now that 100%. The way he treated me just because I snapped at him after midnight when I'd had a horrific, horrific day that he knew nothing about. And then we wind up in the hugest fight that is going to end our friendship. Because it's over. I'm crying my eyes out and saying, I do clean, I do, because I know that I do. It's not good enough. You're not good enough. You're never going to be good enough for me. I do everything for you and you do nothing for me. There you have it. That's how he feels. There is no friendship. Then to add on to it, I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. You can sit there and hate me, but you're the one that I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect enough. I'm not appreciative enough. You do everything for me. I do nothing for you. You can inflict that kind of pain onto me. And then sit there and view yourself as a good person. Go to town, Joe. Go to town. View yourself as the most wonderful person in the universe. You do nothing wrong ever. You're the good person that's letting me stay here. And now I realize 100% it's over. Don't do me any fucking favors. You clearly resent the hell out of me. For multiple reasons. Multiple. And he's in power. See? And that's the dynamic. He's in power. He can say whatever he wants about me. He's the one in power. And he's not going to care. He really isn't. I know that he isn't. My heart will be broken. He'll be back to his perfect little existence. Where everything is just right and he doesn't have to worry about me or my dog ever again fucking everything up.